The epic journey of Outlander is coming to an end. With Season 8 just around the corner, decades of mysteries and heartbreak are about to be unraveled. Will all our burning questions finally be answered? Let's dive in. One of the biggest questions haunting me, and I'm sure many of you, is whether Faith, Jamie and Claire's first daughter, could somehow be alive. I know. Season 2 made it devastatingly clear that she didn't survive. But then, how do we explain everything that happened in Season 7? I don't know about you guys, but I can't shake the feeling that something bigger is going on here. Outlander has never shied away from throwing insane twists at us. And with time travel in play, is it really impossible for Faith to still be alive somewhere? I doubt it, but let me know what you think. The thing that really messed with my head was Francesca mentioning Faith. Yes, she made it clear that Faith was no longer around, but she didn't give any details that would confirm her death. Am I stretching the possibilities here? Hear me out, I'm not alone in these theories. There are theories floating around that maybe Faith was raised elsewhere, or that she exists in another timeline. One of the wildest ideas I've come across is that Faith could have been reborn in the future as one of Jamie and Claire's descendants, with that child being named after her and somehow traveling back in time. If this is what's happening, it's hands down the craziest twist Outlander has ever pulled, and I don't even know how to process it. And if I'm losing my mind over it, imagine Jamie's reaction in Season 8. He still feels guilty about everything surrounding Faith and the fact that he left Claire alone during Faith's birth. Sam Heughan even said that playing that moment when Jamie starts questioning if Faith could be alive was a revelation for him. He said, it's interesting because even playing Faith's death, way back in Season 2, we played the truth of it. We had no idea ourselves, so it was a shock for us as actors reading it and learning about it, just as it was for the characters. I think the thought process for Jamie is, how is it possible? The elation, the happiness that actually, it could be possible. But, of course, no one would suffer and struggle more than our beloved Claire. My heart breaks just thinking about what she must be feeling. Kaitriona Balfe put it perfectly when she said, I just love it when you're given a scene and you read it, and it's like, oh, that's really good. But in the playing of it, when the hairs on your arms are standing up, it's pretty brilliant. It's such an interesting cliffhanger, because it just opens up this whole other world of questions, which leads us so brilliantly into the next season. I mean, what if Claire finally has a chance to see her daughter again? Think about it. What if all that grief, all that heartbreak, is suddenly met with hope? But let's be real, this is Outlander. Nothing ever comes easy. If Faith is alive, or if there's some truth to these time travel theories, then you already know things are going to get messy. Maybe Roger and Brianna's research into time travel will finally crack something open. Maybe they'll be the ones to find a way to bring Faith back into the fold. Do you think there's even a chance Faith could be alive? Or am I setting myself up for heartbreak all over again? Let me know in the comments, because I can't be the only one obsessing over this. Speaking of complicated relationships, I need to talk about Jamie and Lord John Grey. Their dynamic is one of the most fascinating things about the show. They've gone from being enemies to reluctant allies to this deeply complex friendship that is just impossible to define. And after the way things ended in Season 7, I can't stop thinking about where they're headed next. Sam Heughan himself pointed out how significant this relationship is going to be moving forward. He said, I think it's setting them up very much apart in Season 8. There's a lot of work that they will have to do to become friends again, and who knows if they will. They have so much history. It's probably one of the most interesting relationships outside of Jamie and Claire. And let's not forget, these two are bound together by something much bigger than themselves. William. Jokes aside, William will absolutely be a major focus in the final season of Outlander, as he represents the future of the Frasers. Yes, Lord John has raised Jamie's son as his own, and that connection is never going away. Speaking on it, Sam said, at this point, they're also both fathers to William, and he certainly has both of their qualities. So there's a lot for them to work through. I don't know how this is going to play out, but I need to see them find some kind of closure. Whether that means reconciliation or a heartbreaking split, I just know that Season 8 is going to put me through it. Sophie Skelton, who plays Brianna, has already warned us that Season 8 is going to be brutal. She said, the final season is going to blow people's minds a little bit. The fans have been put through the ringer. Coming into the second half of this season, We've really played with the emotional heartstrings. But I feel like the end of the season is just a bit more of a nice sigh of relief, maybe a little bit more peaceful. But then, in season 8, we're just going to mess you up again, emotionally. I think it's a really big and a really magnificent season. I'm excited for the fans to get to see it. I don't know about you, but that tells me we're in for an absolutely heartbreaking ride. And yes, I'm not ready to say goodbye to this show yet. All I know is I need season 8, and thankfully, I won't have to wait too long. Outlander season 8 is expected to premiere in late 2025 in the US, and filming has already wrapped. For more updates on Outlander, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.